Hello and welcome back to George's Gaming Guide. I'm Breaking Dad and today I'm doing the second part of the Expecto Patronum set. So George did the wolf last week, so please check out the link in the description to have a look at that. So I say this week I'm doing the stag from this build. The set number is 76414. Comes with 754 pieces and there's definitely more used in this one than there is in the wolf. Includes two minifigures which are unique. So you have Harry Potter and Professor Remus, which can be seen on the front of the box here. And the set itself is actually quite large. So it's the stag measures 29 centimetres, about 11.5 inches high, 22 centimetres, about 8.5 inches long, and 11 centimetres, about 4 inches wide. So we'll start off with the box, and I think the presentation that they do on the boxes is really nice. So the front of the box, of course, is the stag because it's Harry's Patronum. And I think it looks really nice. It really draws you into the box. It does show you the wolf as well. And it does have a disclaimer underneath saying you cannot actually build both versions of this at one time. And then I say it's got the two minifigures at the bottom. So, yeah, really good shelf presence. On the back it's similar. So on the back it actually shows the wolf build as the main build. With the stag and then the two minifigures, but overall I think it looks great. So before we go on to the set itself, let's have a look at the instructions. This actually comes with two sets of instruction books, so it's quite good that you actually have a separate book for each one. So George starts off with a wolf, which we later found was probably not the correct way to do it because all the bag numbers are in order for the stag, and it is a completely different build from step one. So for newer builders or for younger builders, I'd recommend to start with the stag because you can follow the book properly. When you go to build the wolf, or if you build it the other way around, you'll end up having all the pieces on the table in one go. But again, very nice quality, so that's good. And then the last thing before we actually get on to the set itself is, for this set, they actually had a brand new piece. So it's just the standard wand, but they have actually stuck onto the end of it a clear stud. So that's so they can do like magic effects on the end of the wand, and we'll see that shortly with Harry Potter. And I think it's nice that they've actually included that because it means the wand can be a bit more functional in the sets that they're designing. So yeah, so another plus point for the set. Then we have the two characters, so we'll start off with Professor Remus. And it's a nice minifigure. There's no printing on the legs at all, just plain brown legs. He has a sort of grey cardigan on with a shirt and tie, which he has on in the film. He does have his brown wand. The hairpiece I'm not entirely convinced about, but I suppose it suits the character. And then he actually has two different faces. So the first one is a normal face with some scratches on it. The second one, his eyes have gone yellow and his teeth are starting to turn into the werewolf. Not sure that really works for me, so we will be keeping him as the normal face with the scratches. And there is a space to put them in front of the Patronum. So on this one it would be Harry Potter, but it's nice that you have the option of both because the two Patronums are their Patronums. Then we'll come on to Harry Potter. His standard hairpiece. So this is a unique minifigure, but it's his standard hairpiece. The faces are, as always, he's got his little scar on the top. Looks a little bit more angry on one than he does on the other. Now the bit that makes this unique is the top he's wearing. So it's either blood or a bit of mud on his t-shirt. He's got like a blue sort of tracksuit top on. So again, nice printing, not a huge amount of detail, but it's quite nice. And this is what we're talking about with the wand. So he's actually doing a bit of magic when he's calling his Patronum. So it's nice that they're able to do that. So I think for battles, if you can have the magic come in further away from the end of it, I think that will look quite nice and a good idea. Then we come on to the set itself. Now, I do like this, but I must admit, seeing both of them built, I actually prefer the wolf. But it is still very nice. I do like the fact it's not just one colour, you've actually got three types of colour in this. So you've got the lightish blue, you've got the clear blue that you use for the water, you've got some parts of that on that. And then you've got sort of a bit more of an opaque one. There's almost like a glittery effect on it. But overall, very nice. The build itself was quite straightforward. As I say, we're building it second. We literally had to take every single piece of parts from the previous build, because right from step one, it's a different build. It does have 4 movable limbs, so they're all jointed at the sort of the shoulder bit, just so you can actually pose it correctly on the stand. It is actually held quite strongly onto the stand itself, because let's say the legs are reasonably flimsy, but it holds it in a nice position. The stand's got a few flowers on it and a few rocks, and the rocks sort of help get the legs in the right position, because it shows you where they should go. And overall, yeah, it's actually really nice. There is a little bit of articulation, so you can move the head, you can move the tail, let's say the forelegs move, and it does look good. Not the best set they've done over the last 2 years, but it is actually quite good. So if you're a big Harry Potter fan, I think this will look great on the shelf. And I think with like the head wig or things like that, this could actually be quite nice in the collection. But there are other sets. If I had to make the choice, I'd probably buy a different set over this. But yeah, nice design, very well executed by Lego, and as I say, I think it's a definite for Harry Potter fans. So thank you very much for watching. I'll speak to you soon. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I'd love to know what you think about this set and how it compares to the other Harry Potter sets this year. Please give me a like. If you haven't already, please subscribe to George's channel. And watch out for next week's video, which is going to be another Harry Potter, and it'll be the Mandrake.